All right, let's try this again. Hey guys, how are you? I think I just hit the wrong button there, so sorry, my bad. Hopefully everybody found their way back over to this new little live video. If not, everybody will make their way over. Yeah, Mercury retrograde. So what are we, about halfway through Mercury retrograde or something like that? I can completely put my foot in my mouth about like Mercury retrograde not really usually affected me a whole lot. I say that because I have Mercury retrograde in my birth chart. Not something super rare since Mercury goes retrograde so frequently, but I feel that like it doesn't turn me quite so topsy-turvy as some other people feel that it does, like on a regular basis. However, in my birth chart, Mercury is retrograde in Aries, and that's where the solar eclipse was that we had in April. So I feel like that has something to do with it, where it kind of caught me off guard, because there's like this extra energy within the house or the sign where I have Mercury retrograde. Anyways, that's a little side tangent that I didn't really plan on going on. So I've had all the Mercury retrograde things going on within the last couple weeks here. So this week, our intention for this week is harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. Harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. Yes, Kim. Eclipse flavored Mercury retrograde. I don't know how you are all feeling about it and how it's treating you all, but yeah, all this extra energy in the air. It's really, really getting around. It's all the technical things for me. So like all those weird little techie things that people say they have, yeah, all those things have happened to me within the last couple weeks. So that's okay. We get through it, right? You too, Kathy? Yeah, kicking your butt. Yeah. The good news is, like I said, I think we're, what are we, like about halfway through or so? I think it's like the 14th that Mercury goes direct again, and will start to retrace its steps that it's went through in Taurus. So we are at this, we had the Mercury cazimi with the sun here a few days ago, and that is a new turning point for Mercury. That is the starting of a new synodic cycle. Mercury synodic cycles only last about 88 days or so, because they're so short. So this retrograde period, within that retrograde period, you have this beginning of the synodic cycle. So you have when Mercury goes retrograde or went retrograde, it was in what we call the evening star phase. So it was towards the end of its synodic cycle. It was kind of in like its elderly phase, if you want to call it that way. And then when it comes into contact with the sun in that retrograde motion, that starts a new synodic cycle for Mercury. So that is this young, youthful, almost infantile Mercury. So we have this area of like finishing something, and then within that retrograde we have this period of starting something. So it's kind of this like quick mercurial switch here, and yeah, it's a lot of different flavors all at one time until it starts to kind of level out, and we will have that coming up here in just a little while. So this part of Mercury retrograde here, where we switch over from evening star phase to cazimi in the heart of the sun area, and then Mercury is still under the beams of the sun. It takes a little while to where we can see it as in the morning star phase, where we can visually see it, and that is where I feel things start to kind of level out. So yeah, if that kind of helps you out a little bit with the Mercury retrograde stuff. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There always is. So yeah. Yeah, more people say Mercury retrograde is not fun. Brenda, hearing, let's see. Mercury retrograde is not fun for me. I'm learning about them so I don't feel like I hit a landmine. Yes. Learning about it and keeping track of it all, that helps kind of know what's coming at you. And it doesn't necessarily like mean that you can stop it, but it just kind of helps you deal with it, or like have a heads up like, hey, this shit show is coming and it's coming, but you know about it, that type of thing. Yeah, Tracy, you're here, kind of here is better than not here at all. I love it. So, yeah, like I said, our intention for this week, harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. Each week, the intention is released on Sunday, first on Meditative Astrology Facebook page, and then released to other social media. I've recently found out that I can make posts on YouTube, so I share it there as well. And I like to give you the intention for a couple days where you can kind of deal with it yourself a little bit, and then we can meet together on Tuesday and we can work through it together while we talk about the astrology and while we work through the meditation. I like to give you the opportunity to have those couple days to work with the intention yourself, just to see what comes up on an inward level, and then you can kind of sit with how that intention makes you feel and what it sparks within you before there's any sort of external input, before I say anything or anybody else puts anything with it. So you kind of get that like gut instinct and that gut reaction, which is often the truth that you need out of the intention. So the intention is based off of the astrology and the energies and how the different energies are working together or not. So I try to come up with this like collective intention that we can all share together. However, I like to encourage you to kind of tailor it to your own path, to your own liking, whatever fits you. Several of you will take the intention and change the wording. I love that. Totally continue to share that any which way possible, because I love when people take it and make it your own and make it personalized to you. This week we have the lunar eclipse. So we had the solar eclipse in April. We talked about how that eclipse, 2 weeks ago. Now we talked about how that eclipse was going to be the first eclipse in a new series and a new cycle of eclipses that are heading our way. So the eclipses that we've been working on have been within the Taurus-Scorpio axis. And those are two signs that are across from each other in the wheel, no matter which way you shift it. And now we're making this transition to the Aries-Libra axis, which is the axis right next to that. So our solar eclipse was in Aries. It was the first eclipse in this series of new eclipses that we have, and now we have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio that's going to go along with it, and this is the last eclipse for the cycle of eclipses that we are now starting to end, that we've been working with for the last 1.5 to 2 years or so. So we have this energy coming from different axes, okay? We have like this ending and we have this beginning. Last week we talked about being kind of in this like middle ground. I kind of described it as like being between two hills or two mountains, where there's like all of this really extreme power on either side and you're like right here down in the middle of it. So we're still in that in between here. So harmony, love, and abundance coming to me in countless forms. We're pulling in this abundance and this positivity from multiple different areas. We're finishing up what we've been working on, where Taurus and Scorpio fall in your house. Now you're starting something new. You're starting something, a new process where Aries and Libra are in your chart. So we're making this transition here. Both of these eclipses, both the solar and the lunar eclipse, they're both ruled by Mars. So the solar eclipse was focused on the sun being eclipsed in Aries, which is the masculine ruler of Mars. And now this lunar eclipse here, where the moon is being eclipsed, is in the sign of Scorpio, which is the feminine ruler of Mars. So very much Mars themed. Mars is in the domicile and the ruler of the moon right now, so that kind of makes it more lunar, but definitely a lot of movement within both of these eclipses. So you might feel like either you have the drive and the energy and ambition, whatever, to make the move, or you may feel like you're like spinning your wheels, and maybe you feel like, I don't know, maybe you have like a little bit of anxiousness about the moves that you feel like you should be moving, but maybe you're not quite making them, or you're planning to make them, or you feel like you should be doing something like that. There's definitely this like air of movement here, and I also was thinking like variation. So within this lunar eclipse, we have aspects from Venus to Jupiter in Aries, where we just had the solar eclipse, and then we also have these are both positive aspects. We have a sextile to Jupiter from Venus, and then we have a trine from Venus to Neptune. So Venus in Gemini, in this mutable double-bodied sign where there's multi-facets, okay, this is back to that countless forms thing. We have Venus, the planet of love and abundance and harmony and joy and all of these very, very, very nice things that we have. She's making the sextile to Jupiter, which is the planet of expansion in the sign of Aries, which is the ruler of Mars. We just talked about how Mars is important right now. So you have this Venusian flow within this eclipse coming in through Jupiter, which is going to expand it drastically within this very very Aries energetic type way. And it's also coming into contact with Neptune and Pisces, another another mutable sign, which is going to allow flow, while Gemini allows a multi-facet type experience here. So Venus bringing in these positive aspects of her. Harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. Now, I wanted to make this this intention this week like super duper positive, because I don't want to undermine I don't want to undermine the depth that comes along with Scorpio. Anybody that has heavy Scorpio placements, or wherever Scorpio is in your own chart, because we all have all 12 signs in our chart somewhere, wherever Scorpio is in your chart, there is bound to be some sort of depth and some sort of like deep emotion. Sometimes it's repressed, sometimes it's things we just have to work through, whatever it is. Either way, there is this very like deep, watery, like depths of the ocean where you really can't see much going on type of thing to Scorpio. That's what I think of it as. I think of it as like the depths of the ocean where there's like absolutely no light, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, I would imagine free falling or free floating. So this lunar eclipse in Scorpio definitely has a lot of heavy emotions to it. Talked about how the ruler, Mars, is in the sign of Cancer. Cancer rules the moon, so that's bringing in a lot more emotion, as well as like that inward focus. So this eclipse can definitely be very, very heavy, but at the same time, it has these Venus aspects that's going to kind of offset it and going to lighten it a little bit. Also heavy because, like I said, this is the last eclipse that we have in this in this cycle. So it's wrapping up what you've been working on for the last 18 to 24 months. So it's things coming together while things are starting to, on the other end, are starting to like unravel to start to be worked on in this Aries Libra axis. So you see all of this like multifacetedness that's around here, and like this countless forms and the abundance and all of this beautiful, wonderful stuff that is around us, but we don't ignore the heaviness that is there also, okay? Yeah, I got a new background, girl. So we went on vacation last week, and I picked up, let me move over so you can see, a new tapestry that I picked up in Tennessee, and I really love it, so I threw it up there for tonight. Yeah, so does that make a little bit of sense to all of you? Do you see where I got this, where I got the intention from this week? I don't want it to seem that it's like too over, I don't want it to seem like over bubbly and over like overly positive or anything like that, because I know there's a lot of depth and there's a lot of like really strong emotion that's going on right now. Also, we have Pluto is now retrograde, so there's been a lot of talk about Pluto lately with how it has how it's transitioning into Aquarius, and Pluto's been sitting at 0 degrees Aquarius since January, I think, and now Pluto is retrograde and will start moving backwards and will continue to do so until I believe November. Don't have the dates off the top of my head. So we've had this like this first little taste of what Pluto in Aquarius is for us. And now that Pluto is going retrograde, we're going to start to kind of revisit and kind of rework that a little bit. So this is a process where we're going to be going back and forth. That's what Pluto does. Pluto takes a long time. I used the term slow grind the other day, and I think that really works for Pluto because Pluto very slowly unearths and brings things up from the surface, kind of in this scorpionic type way. And it works really, really slowly on us. So now, not only do we have Mercury in retrograde, but we also, in this new area, this new territory for Pluto that none of us have ever experienced before, because it takes like 250 years for Pluto to make its way all the way around the zodiac. So now we're having this retrograde period in this new territory, while we also are having Mercury retrograde with the eclipses. So you see all this like really, really heavy energy. This is part of what a lot of people have been feeling here going on. So yeah, catching up with the comments here really quick before we start our meditation. Susan. Always happens when the moon's, clumsiness, that always happens when the moon's around 90%. Interesting. My intuition was right when I checked the moon calendar. We're at 92%. Does anybody get more clumsy? I would be curious what moon phase you were born under, Susan. That's really interesting. I can't say that I personally feel that, but that's a really, really neat observation. And I like how you can make that correlation and you just, you just kind of automatically know. Kim, I'm also focusing on confidence and intentionality in this cycle. Yes, that is awesome. I love it. We can all always use a little bit more confidence. I know I sure can. And intentionality, focus and clarity. Those are the couple words that kind of came to my mind when I see that. I love that. I love everybody setting their own intentions. So this week, harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. That can happen even when there's heavy energy. We can still have like positive things come towards us, okay? It doesn't have to just be all doom and gloom or all good. There's a combination of both, right? So let's move on with it. Harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. I told you we need to add love into every single intention. So if I don't, we're just going to tack it on to the end. The only thing that I have that I'm really working with today is Heart Rock, the big Heart Rock. I have a collection of them, but this, I don't know, this guy has just really been really, really nice lately. So we're working with the Heart Rock. We're going to light our intentional candle. White. We always use a white candle here for this purpose because it allows everybody to use it in their own way. White is a universal color that you can use to make other colors. Represents the white light protection of divinity that is around all of us. It represents healing and protection and newness. So, as we watch the flame grow of the candle, so does our intention grow. So find a nice comfortable seat if you haven't already, and start by focusing on the intention. Let's start that way today. Find a nice comfortable position. Close your eyes if you're ready. If you're not quite ready, that's okay. Just soften your gaze and be easy on yourself. We have this big mixture of energy, and I don't want you to expect too much out of yourself, okay? There's enough energy around us without us, there's enough anxious energy around us and enough uncertainty and newness without us adding to that anymore if we can. Harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. Start to notice your breath and notice where your breath sits at this very moment. Where is your energy level? Where is your level of relaxation and your level of stress? Where are you holding any tension in your body? Are you holding any resistance to your breath, or are you letting it flow? Lots of different energies in the air. Last week, our intention was, I stand in confidence and trust. This week, harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. And it's in standing in confidence and trust and love where we can allow harmony, love, and abundance to flow to us through countless forms. If you haven't already, start to deepen your breath. Start to really focus on the inhale and on the exhale, and focus on what happens within each of those motions. Starting with the breath in, with the inhale, feel that nice cooling breath, cooling energy, oxygen entering your body, cooling your throat, moving down into your lungs. And as your lungs fill with oxygen, they begin to expand. So your lungs expand, your diaphragm moves lower, your abdomen starts to expand and distend, navel moves away from the spine, and you are full and content and nourished. On the exhale, you slowly start to release air from your lungs, pushing that air back up through your throat. Lungs start to decompress, navel moves back towards your spine, towards a neutral position, as well as your diaphragm moving back into neutral. And you release the waste products of your body, as well as the stress and tension that you may be holding on to. And then you start the cycle again, breathing in, feeling that nice, cooling, life-giving energy coming in, filling your lungs, nice, full chest and abdominal cavity. And you release. You release the air in your lungs, and you release what no longer serves you. Pushing out what your body no longer needs. And at the bottom of the exhale, you find yourself in this place of empty contentment. You find this place of release and relaxation. You find this place of surrender and love and gentleness. If you're able to handle it, I encourage you to try to stick at the bottom of the exhale for just a moment with me if you can. If this contradicts any health conditions or does not feel right in your body, then move along and serve yourself first. Releasing and letting go before we take another deep breath in. Inhaling. And exhaling. Continue this process and this cycle of breathing in and out at your own pace, taking note of each step of the process, and feeling that emptying and that releasing that comes with the exhale, and that fullness and contentment that comes at the top of the inhale. There is a lot within you. Something is ending. while something else is beginning. Energy may be heavy, but the future and the horizon is bright and sunny and energetic. Harmony, love, and abundance come to me in countless forms. It is possible to feel like you are swimming in the dark depths while also hitting the ground running at the same time. You are strong and you are courageous, and even in times of uncertainty, this path is yours and you are on the right one at all times. Bringing in and releasing. Bringing in and releasing. Bringing in and releasing. The energies around you are strong, but your energy is even stronger. That's because you take the time to focus on it, to harness it, and to grow your own energy. As you continue your process of breathing in and out, of inhaling and exhaling, I want you to start to visualize a light on each inhale entering the top of your head and coming into your being. And on each exhale, I want you to see that light come back up through the top of your head and release up into the air and into the ethers of the universe. I want you to visually see this energy coming in on each inhale and visually see the release of energy on each exhale. Breathing in, light energy coming into our being. Breathing out, the release of energy exiting your being and dispersing into the universe. Inhale in, light energy enters your being, penetrates your body. Exhale, release it. Inhale in, receiving that beautiful energy. Exhale, releasing and letting go. As you continue this process of breathing in and out and visually seeing that energy entering and exiting your body, you notice on each exhale, your body gets a little bit lighter. Your being gets lighter and lighter until eventually your body and your being and your energy starts to float. And you become lighter and lighter. Your body, soon a weightless form, light as a feather, drifting up, up, up. Releasing and surrendering to peace. Releasing and surrendering to love, abundance, and harmony. Surrendering to any form that positivity may come to your being. Open and ready. For you know it, your being is so light that you are drifting up, 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 right into the depths of outer space. Look how quickly we took ourselves from the dark depths of the water all the way up into the depths of the sky and of the universe. Releasing yourself into all of space and time and all it has to offer you. Weightless, relaxed, release. Surrounded by millions and millions of stars as far as you can see. Here you find connection. And you see your path clearly. The fog and the confusion is released. The motivation is there. And you feel total contentment. And you feel total harmony and love. And as you start to experience this harmony, contentment, and love, you start to notice and feel the stars coming towards you. From every which direction, stars and space dust coming to your being like a magnetic attraction. The energy of time and space and divinity fills you as these stars start to penetrate your being and filling you with their beautiful, loving, harmonious, abundant energy. You feel the strength of the universe and the Creator behind you. You feel that strength of the universe and that Creator in front of you, and to the sides and above you and below you. This energy is all around you at all times. More and more stars continue to attract towards you, filling your body, filling your being, illuminating your soul and your path. And it is now a little bit more clear than it was before. Basking in this beautiful, wonderful energy. You can now see clearly all of these energies that are surrounding us. All these different energies of different colors, different speeds, different strengths, all around you. And just as the cycle of your breath has been continuing throughout this meditation and beyond, the cycles of life continue up and down, round and round. And you see the changes on the horizon, and you see the past behind you. And you are ready to move forward. Wonderful of a place as this is, I want you to start to deepen your inhale. And as you deepen your inhales and your exhales, see all of these energies that are around you, all of them coming into your being, just as all of that stardust energy coming into your being. You are a part of the divinity. You are a part of the process. And you are creating your own path. Your soul knows the path that you should be on and keeps you on that right path. So as all of these energies that surround the earth start to come into your being, they start to bring you slowly back down, filling you up, not weighing you down, but filling you up, bringing you down in a slow, guided, and balanced manner. You slowly drift back down to the ground, back down to Mother Earth, full, content, and ready. I thank you for showing up here for yourself, even when it's hard to do so. You're still here. I thank you for showing up for myself and for everyone else on this planet. Because when we focus on our own energy and raise our own vibrations, it only raises the vibrations of the rest of the earth. It only impacts positively. And remember that you can come back to this space within your breath. So on Friday, when we have the lunar eclipse in Scorpio, in the place that is the fall of the moon, remember your breath and remember those stars within your body, within your being. So your energy will get you through. That I promise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Taking in one nice big deep breath in together collectively before we close. Take in the biggest breath you've taken in all day. Filling your entire being and your entire body. And on the exhale, release any tension that you're holding on to, anything that you don't want in your being. Push it out into the universe and let it go. Release it, send it away, goodbye. No longer are you welcome here. Because only you have the power to let things into your being and to push them out of your being. Last week we talked about like protecting our energy a lot, and I feel like I'm pulling back into that same type of conversation here. Your energy field, this around you, you have total control of this, okay? We might forget that. We might put our guard down, but you have total control of this energy field that is around you. So this week I feel like is kind of a lot. Last couple weeks have kind of been a lot. There's a lot of different energies around. Does anybody else feel like they're really in this like you have this where there's something that you are just totally done with, and there's something that you are just totally going towards? Because I know that I totally do, and definitely do. And I feel like it's this, it's definitely this eclipse axis that we're switching through. So Friday, lunar eclipse in Scorpio. Look at where Scorpio and Taurus is in your chart, and those areas of your life. This is like the ending of it, okay? This is the wrapping up and the tying of the knots. So anything that whatever it is that you've been working through, bring forward the intentions of wrapping that up and completing it and leaving it without any loose ends, so that way it does not come back in the future, and you can be totally complete with that cycle and with that phase. And then it just leaves you that room to move forward into what it is that you want to move forward into. I really, really hope you all enjoyed this tonight, and I hope that I hope it powers you for this week. I really, when I was thinking about what we should do tonight, I just really thought like focusing on bringing in this power that we all have in this clarity, because I feel like there's a lot of muckiness going on right now, a lot of like in-betweenness. So we all need to remember the power that is within us. We have to remember the power we have to control our own space and our own being, and that cycles come and go, right, in the end. So just looking at the comments here. My Cancer sign is connected to the moon. Yes. Okay, yeah. So you were talking earlier about the full moon, and you said are you a Cancer sun? You have heavy Cancer in your chart. So that makes total sense there. And you had a knot in the left side. I'm glad that it went away, because actually I had this knot. I just told my husband a little while ago that I had this really tension spot in my right side, and it's not gone, but it's a whole lot better than it was before we started here. So that's what I worked on releasing, and I'm glad that you were able to release yours too, Susan. So yeah, this week, eclipse week, we're starting something new, moving into a new eclipse cycle. But we're ending something too, so tie up those loose ends, and let's get ready for the next phase here, okay? So next Sunday, there will be a new intention released on social media networks. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We've laid off TikTok and stuff with the videos. That will be coming back here at some point. I just want to make sure it's right and it's what I want it to be. So yeah, like I said before, anytime that you have anything to say or anything you want to bounce off me, send me a message and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Most people here know that I work and have family and all that, so I do stay fairly busy, but I do love hearing from all of you guys and like how your week's going and how everything is going. So yeah, it's gonna be a great week, and things are gonna get better. Okay, the energy is gonna clear, and we're gonna move forward with our path. So I'm gonna try not to continue doing a pep talk here because I feel like I'm standing on a soapbox right now, and I don't like doing that. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Yeah, you're welcome, Jasmine. And oh, Melissa, okay, tension, you and your left side too. Oh yeah, okay. So so there's a lot of tension being held, right? So our shoulders and our neck, this is one of the first places that we tend to hold tension. We curl up, we tense our shoulders up and pull our neck and hold ourselves really, really tight. This is how we get headaches. Should be one to talk about that. So yeah, when you feel that shoulder tension, that's your first sign that you are holding onto something, and you have your breath to release it, right? Or at least try to, the best that you can. That doesn't all else fails, Epsom salt bath. That's my go-to, and I think that might be where I'm heading after this. So you all have a great night, have a great week, great day, wherever it is that you are, and thank you for being here. As always, I appreciate it. I appreciate you showing up for yourself, for me, and for everybody else in this group and beyond, because it definitely, definitely makes a difference. Yeah, so good night. I love you all. See you.